Hello everyone, my name is João Sacadura, a project engineer in Demos Engenharia. I'm here to present the Nextland request API using the Python library. I prepared the Jupyter Notebook for us to follow all steps from the login to API, executing an order, and receiving the products. So we will start with it will be granted a wheel package of the Python library that you will need to install. You can do via pip or you can do via other means. And so the first thing should be for you to import the necessary libraries. These two should be optional. The login, it's quite simple. So then first you need to call the object of the API that is called like this. So you can save it on the variable. And so that you can call it for to use the all methods, and with a simple username and passwords that I'm expecting that you already have it, you can make the login using those two fields. So let's make the login. So this should grant 2 tokens. And once you are logged in, you can do several things before making an order. So first, we'll go with the retrieval on all the available service IDs and services names. So you will know every service that is available within our store. Of course, this is a lot of information. This is like a dictionary with the correspondence between the IDs and the names that you will see on the front-end store. But we can try to rearrange things a bit like this. So this is like a proposal of organizing. So you'll see the correspondence on the service IDs and service names. The service IDs will be essential to make an actual order, because every service you'll need to select the service ID and not the service name. But you can search via the service name that maybe you found on the Nextland store marketplace front end. So in here, you need to select the service ID. In here, you'll see the full list of available services that we currently have. And then once you select one of them, so let's pretend that it was the vegetation indices crop star, using the method getService, you can get full information on the service that includes the naming, description, the allowed areas and time intervals. So if I go a bit lower in here, you can see the service footprint, that is the service availability. You can also see if the service is free or if it is commercial and what is based on. In this case, it's based on TOE and AOE with a unit price of 2.5. You can see the samples that are available. So these samples are really an example of a product that you will get. So you can download this without executing any order. And this will follow the same structure of the real product. You can see also the allowed geometry that you need to select on the AOI to make an execution of the service. You will see also the service order limits that are defined for this one. So in this case, there is a limitation of a maximum of 50,000 hectares and a minimum of 1 week to 52 weeks. The format only available is JSON. You have some other technical information that you can check. And the service periods, so in this case, it is from 2017 onwards. Then you will need to create a payload to execute an order. And it will be with this method, getServiceDescription, that you will see you'll know how to construct this payload. So there are two main inputs that you'll need to select. that I will show you below. So in here, we have the service ID that you'll need to select. And then in service parameters that we call the payloads, let's call it like this, you'll need always to select the AOE, the start and end date, that in here it's called begin at and end at. And then we have the input section. Inputs are usually related with extra fields that the service requires to make the trigger. It can be empty, but in some cases there are a couple of extra inputs. In this case, we have two of them, the biopart type and the output format. These two can be seen in this method that I've just told you before, the get service description, where you can see in here that you have the output format with the available attribute that you can select, the value that you can select, and biopart type with the two options available for this specific case. So you know exactly what options you need to add in here for this to work. So let's run this one. So this is now saved, and once this is defined for the service using the method order service with the service ID and service parameters, you will just need to run this, and this will execute an order. So if I go to the Nextland store, I don't know if I'm still logged in or not, but let's see. And if I refresh my account, yeah, you can see that a new order was just created. I don't know if you can see the order ID, but we can validate this using this method. So the order info will be stored in this variable, and you can check the ID using this, and then you can, using the method get order, you can keep tracking of a lot of the description of the order. So not only the most important one should be the status. So in here you'll be tracking the development of the order that you just submitted, the service ID, and then the input parameters that you just selected. So the AOE, begin at and end at, and then the other ones with the biopart type and output format. You'll also see when there was a time of the creation, if the status of payment is still, if it is pending, what was the amount on the order that you just submitted, and you have other less, let's say, important parameters. With this, you can keep tracking of the availability on so when the service finishes, when the service stops processing, and when the service stops processing, you should receive this message saying payment is pending. This means that the service just finished processing, the products were generated and archived, and now the only thing that is missing is a payment. In this moment, the API doesn't support payment, so you'll need to go to the store, click Pay Now, and you will see that the My Order section will refresh by itself, and the status will change to finished. If you go to details and downloads, you will see the products that are available, and instead of downloading them via the store, I will select the order ID. I will go to my codes, where I can even change in here to check the information on the order. And so I can see that the status was finished and it was paid. Okay. So this showcases more or less the payment system, the real pay system. So that one was with some privilege on beta user side. In this case, it should be more commercialized with no advantages or skipping on the processes. So you need to select either one on these two methods, so PayPal, debit or credit cards, and then you just sign in with your account or add the credit card, and you will be able to pay. So to visualize the output products of that order that I just updated, the status, I'll put in here the order ID. I will get the products, and to visualize them, so I can visualize how many products there are. In this case, I have this one only that corresponds exactly to the one that we have in here. And to download it, I just have a code in here, quite simple. So first you need to go and take this this URL. This is what you want, and you want to make a request on this one. So you just push for this URLs list. In this case, we only have one product available, and to download them, you just a simple request.get using for the download URL that we have in here above. So executing this should download the product. And if I go to the folder that I have in here, just give me 5 seconds. So Nextland demo outputs, it's right in here. So as you can see, the product was downloaded, and I can extract here what is inside, and we will have the product to be accessible. Thank you very much. I hope this was useful, and if you have any questions, please contact us via the service desk, and we'll be available to respond to you as soon as possible, taking your suggestions or questions that you may have. Thank you very much.